Yeah. You've been walking with your ears full of noise, but the birds been speaking the whole time. They don't use words, they use wine, they use silence, they use the space between. This is the language you forgot. Let's learn it again. I sat beneath the birch one morning, the frost still clinging to the ground. A raven landed on the branch above me and spoke a sound without a sound. Not a word, not a warning, not a story, just a note, just a breath, just a thread. The bird was telling me something ancient, something the city left for dead. I listened with my chest, not with my ears. I felt the meaning in my bones. The raven said, "You've been gone too long," but the forest remembers the stones. The stones you carry, the weight you hold. The language of birds is the cure for the cold. The language of birds, the song of the wind, the message, the silence is always been. The language of birds, the feather, the flight, the truth that you find when you stop the fight. The language of birds, I'm learning it now. The raven, the crow, the owl on the bough, they speak without words, they sing without sound. The language of birds, the holy ground. The language of birds, the feather, the claw, the wisdom that's older than human law. They fly without maps, they know where to go. The language of birds, the only thing I know. The owl spoke next from the hollow pine. Her voice was a thread through the fabric of time. She said, "You've been searching for answers outside, but the answers are nested in the place you hide inside your chest, between the beats. The language of birds is the silence that speaks. When you stop your thinking, when you drop your guard, the birds will show you who you are. Not a person, not a name, just a presence, just a feather on a wing, just a lesson. The owl said, "You are the branch and the sky. You are the flight and the reason why." The language of birds, the song of the wing, the truth that the silence is always singing. The language of birds, the feather, the flight, the wisdom that comes when you stop the fight. The language of birds, I'm learning it now. The raven, the crow, the owl on the bough, they speak without words, they sing without sound. The language of birds, the holy ground. The language of birds, the feather, the claw, the wisdom that's older than human law. They fly without maps, they know where to go. The language of birds, the only thing I know. The raven flew down to the snow at my feet. He tilted his head, he said, "Take a seat. You've been running so long you forgot how to stay." The language of birds is the only way to find the home that you carry inside. The language of birds is the river, the tide that flows through the seasons, through the birth and the death. It's the sound of the earth, it's the shape of the breath. He left the black feather on the frozen ground. The language of birds is the only sound that doesn't lie, that doesn't pretend. The birds are the truth in the heart of the wind. Now I sit in the forest, my ears wide open. The birds are the teachers, the birds are the hoping that I'll finally stop and listen true. The language of birds is the only clue to the meaning of life, the weight of the soul. The birds are the story, the birds are the whole. I follow the waited for you to listen, and now you hear it. The language of the wild, the language of the soul. Spin a ride, feather the memory. The raven speaks, I finally understand.